I didn't slam the door when I left. I didn't yell. I didn't curse. I didn't even ask her why. Because when the truth slices that deep, words become useless. All that's left is silence. Heavy, suffocating final. She lied. And in that one moment, everything inside me that once tried to understand her, to hold on, to fight for us, it died. I didn't walk away because I wanted to. I walked away because staying would have meant swallowing something I couldn't live with. Something I'd never be able to unfeel, and I thought that was the end of it. I truly believed I had closed the book on us until the letter showed up. It was torn, folded like it had been opened and closed 100 times. Her handwriting small and careful across the front. No envelope, no return address, just left there. Quietly at my door like a ghost had placed it, trying not to wake the past. We were together for 4 years, 4 entire years of shared keys, late-night grocery runs. Sunday mornings spent wrapped in blankets in each other's silence. It wasn't passionate in a way that burned anymore. It was deeper than that, steady, comfortable, like the familiar creak of old floorboards in a place that feels like home. I thought we were good, not perfect, but real. Safe, but now, looking back, I can trace the exact moment something shifted. It was in her eyes, how they stopped searching for mine. In her voice, how it trailed off mid-sentence like she was scared to finish a thought. I felt it. My gut whispered it. But I ignored all the signs. Because when you love someone, you don't just defend them to the world. You defend them from your own doubt. You protect their image in your mind, even when it starts to crack. And that's why it cut so deep. That's why it shattered me. It started with something small. It's just her voice, low and tense, drifting through the hallway while she spoke on the phone. I wasn't trying to eavesdrop, but I heard her say it. I can't keep doing this. I feel guilty. That's all it took. A single thread tugged loose, and suddenly the whole fabric of what I thought we had began to unravel. That night, I asked her about it. Calmly, casually, she smiled like it was nothing. Said it was just stress from work. Told me I was overthinking, and I wanted so badly to believe her. God, I did. I held on to those words like they were lifelines. But the next morning, something in me snapped. I did something I had never done in all our years together. I checked her phone, her messages, her private world, and there it was. His name, their conversation, the ease between them. The emotional closeness I thought belonged to us. Touched him not yet, but emotionally, she was already gone. She had one foot out the door while I was still setting the table for 2. I just stood there, phone in hand, staring at the proof. Hollow. I didn't say anything, didn't throw the phone, didn't wait for her to come back, quietly grabbed my coat, my keys, and walked out. No confrontation, no dramatic goodbye, just silence. I walked out of the life we had built because she had already abandoned the truth we were supposed to share. Time passed. Days stretched into weeks. I got a new place, started over kind of. But she stayed with me in the quiet, in the small things. The way I'd stop walking when I passed someone wearing her perfume. The way certain songs still hit me in the chest like a punch. The ache was constant, not loud, just always there. I never called, never messaged, because once trust is broken, some lines can't be redrawn. And then came the letter. It was a gray, rainy afternoon, the kind that already feels heavy. I found it outside my door, no envelope, just her handwriting, familiar and trembling. Stood there for a long time, staring at it. Every part of me wanted to leave it there, let it get ruined by the rain. Let it dissolve like the life we once had. But I picked it up. I read it. And somehow, it broke me in a way her betrayal never did. You probably hate me, it started. I would too. But before you erase me completely, please read this. Not because I deserve it, but because you do. You deserve the truth. I lied to you that night. Not because I didn't trust you, but because I was ashamed. That man you saw in my messages, I wasn't in love with him. I was in love with the escape, the illusion, the version of me who didn't have to be perfect or strong or always okay. With you, I was everything I wanted to be. But I didn't know how to hold on to that without feeling like I was failing. I know it doesn't make sense, but I was scared. Yes. Scared that I wasn't enough for you. that one day you'd wake up and realize you deserved someone better. So I made a mess. I gave you a reason to hate me instead of asking for help. You didn't yell when you left. You didn't even look back. But I watched you go from the window, and I've never stopped regretting it. I've typed 100 messages. I never sent. Because what do you say to the person whose heart you broke without meaning to? I'm not asking for another chance. I just want you to know you were never the problem. I was. I still am. I'll carry that forever. I hope you find peace. I hope you find someone who doesn't run when things get messy. But if you ever wonder if I loved you, yes, I did. I still do. Just didn't know how to love you the way you deserved. And she signed her name. I sat on the floor, that letter in my hands, for hours. Not because I forgave her, not because I suddenly wanted her back, but because for the first time, I truly understood. Betrayal doesn't always come dressed in cruelty. Sometimes it's born from fear, from self-doubt, from someone drowning quietly inside themselves while pretending they're fine. The truth in that letter hurt more than the lie ever did, because it reminded me that what we had was real, but it just wasn't strong enough to survive the war she was fighting within her own mind. I never wrote back, not because I didn't care, because some letters don't need a reply. Some letters are meant to end a chapter, not reopen one. Still, I kept it. Not to reopen old wounds, but to remind myself, not everyone who walks away does so because they stopped loving you. Sometimes, they walk because they forgot how to love themselves. If you're out there holding the weight of someone else's silence, someone else's liar allowed to walk away, you're allowed to leave the door closed. If truth finds its way back to you, in a message, in a letter, in a memory, let it reach you. Not to reopen what's over, but to let it settle, to finally lay it down. Because sometimes walking away isn't where it ends. Sometimes it's where you finally begin to understand.